So there's hotels here in Austin with men dancing around half naked on stripper poles with little kids giving them money, and men posing with little kids with no clothes on. But I guess it's okay. They've got glitter on their genitals. And then I read all the government documents and I realize what it's all about. The end of the family, the total fall of civilization. I want to take some of your phone calls right now. Kevin and Nelson and Connor and Alyssa and Mike and Ed and Sean and Matt Dubiel is going to be co-hosting with me in the next hour with our great Chicago affiliate. But it really is crazy to watch them build the EU army in secret and then say it didn't exist 5-6 years ago when we first covered it. And to now see them announce this today, a secret army of the EU built in Germany, aircraft, tanks, submarines, you name it, aircraft carriers, all being announced. It's like a replay of the 1930s all over again. It's insane. Just like the roaring 20s before the Great Depression, we're just here partying and going, hey, be open. Let a little 5-year-old girl go over and give $10 to a big fat man shaking his ass in her face. Be open. And by the way, we're going to teach your kids this. Just briefly, because we need to fund our operation. I'm going to your calls. This is my favorite new T-shirt. I did a commercial a few weeks ago for T-shirts. For some reason, this didn't get in the stack I was promoting. But I should have said it's the shirt I don't want to promote. But it is the shirt I want to promote. It is Won't Tread on Me, Big Gadsden Snake. No flag, just the snake. Really nice yellow, kind of like National Park yellow. It's not even like a school bus yellow. It's like a National Park yellow. It says, Won't Tread on Me, Infowars.com. On the right-hand shoulder of the American flag, Infowars.com on the back. Really soft, great fabric, and it helps fund our operation. It is amazing. Infowarsstore.com or 888-253-3139. And it's your purchase of the products that makes it all possible. Again, this was printed in the U.S., but actually sewn in Mexico. Because for this quality of shirt to be even more, if it wasn't, a lot of our shirts are made in America. But I'm really proud of this shirt. Infowarsstore.com. Please get it today. And we've got free shipping still running store-wide. A bunch of the specials that were there, though, did end as I said they would. Super Male Vitality's gone. Paleo Caveman Bone Broth is back on. And then we're about to sell out of it. We still have the Biome Defense Probiotic. That's still 50% off, and a lot of other great new deals that are going to end in 2 days, because a lot of these new things we're doing at 50% off are about to sell out. So these are really true loss leaders. Sign up for auto ship with additional 10% off. But whatever you do, we're not perfect. God, half the time I can't listen to myself. But the point is, thanks for putting up with us. And just get the products, use them, know you're funding our operation. Tell us what you think about them. We have like 98% success rates. Okay. Kevin in Jacksonville, Florida, wants to talk about assimilation in Dearborn. I think he's probably talking about the latest jihadi stabbing at the Mall of America in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the Somali that did it, and the fact that it was footage shot at the mall, 95% Somalis there now, because Minneapolis is the new capital of Somalia, and they're not assimilating. You can't go to Somalia and live, but we're supposed to bring them here, and then they're going to live in peace. And the left encourages them. Don't give up your culture. Cut your women's genitals off. Shell them, beat them, kill them. This is liberal. It's always liberal, as long as it's anti-Christian. So, Kevin, tell us about assimilation in Dearborn, Michigan.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, as you pointed out, I'm actually originally from Redford, but I have two uncles who live in Dearborn, and I want people to be aware that this left pushing this ridiculous theme of bring everybody in with open arms is ridiculous. There's parts of it's not just Dearborn, Michigan. It's really the whole state of Michigan that is literally. It's like Sharia law. There's certain places that
they've got the minarets up. They've got call to prayer. Businesses that sell alcohol or people are getting beat up. It's on.
Joel I can't think of his name, but he did a There's No Place Like Utopia video. He went there, and even he was scared for his life, and he had armed security. So people need to be aware of who they're letting in, and why these corrupt elected officials are doing it. They're doing it to push an agenda. And another thing is, Michigan's another great place for being an economy to be wiped out. People also need to be aware of these AI technologies, because people have to understand that Michigan used to be the hub of the industrial revolution as far as the car business goes. And then when these agendas got pushed to bring in robots to take over these people's jobs, people just need to be aware. They need to understand that, when you bring in all these technologies, sometimes you're giving up more than just convenience. There's a lot of people that are out of jobs now, and this tech boom bubble, it's not going to last forever. You're going to have humans build these things. If not, you're going to see like we're seeing in Saudi Arabia, with robots going to take over.
No, that's it. But hell, the left just wants to be able to pose naked with your child in a photo. So, great point, Kevin. It's very dangerous. Did you see the footage during the stabbing in the Mall of America? Just nothing but, man, look, it looks like you're in downtown Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
It's crazy. There's a mall in Westland. I think it's in Westland, Michigan. It's called Fairlane Mall. It's actually one of the most dangerous malls in America, because it's totally Islamic. And when I saw the footage, it looked pretty much like it was the Mall of America. Everyone's in full burqas with hijabs, and nobody speaks English, and especially if you're a white male and you walk around there, you get weird looks. And I think the crazy thing is that you have the two people were trying to defend their property from being stolen. I mean, what does that say about these tolerant, loving Islamicists, that they're trying to steal somebody's stuff, and the guy was trying to defend himself, and he gets stabbed? And I'm
well,
sure
if you notice, if you watch this video, the arrogance. They don't want to assimilate. They're going to assimilate you. And just even the kids are strutting around just like, just back the video up. Just strutting around. It's like, you bet we're taking over. Get used to it.
The loving police officials, and they give them a key to the city after this is all done. I mean, it's incredible with the time we're living in, Alex.
We've been asleep, brother. And people that hate us are in control. And that's why they're so scared of Trump, because he's just not out to get us. And the fact, and you read about this, like 90% of the Muslims are on welfare, but they have another job. It's all fraud. It's all a joke. It's all, I mean, they won't let us move to their country is what I'm saying. Oh, you're being racist. I can't move to their country.
You should send one of your reporters to a Social Security office in Texas, because I'm pretty sure it's like it is down here in Florida and up in Michigan, and it's literally like you're at the United Nations convention. It's anybody who's not American. Nobody speaks English. I've been in there before and heard Creole, Spanish, Arabic, Farsi, Russian, anything and everything but American. None of the tellers are American. Everyone has anti-American rhetoric. It's incredible.
No, I know.
And we've allowed this to happen.
And here's the deal. It's not that immigrants are bad. It's that the globalists are bringing in the worst and forging them into an army. It's just incredible. Thank you. See, I took one caller in that segment. I've got like 10 more, but these are great callers. Let's go ahead and go to Connor in Long Island, New York. Connor, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. I just kind of wanted to bring something to your attention, maybe completely meaningless. I sent it to Shepard and Bellis this week before he went on your show. There's an article from the Las Vegas Review-Journal for August 2017 talking about a, quote, Middle Eastern Air Force booking the entire W Las Vegas. Long story short, you scroll down to the end of the article, and it specifies that this is suggested to be a Saudi Air Force, and they would be staying this year at the W instead of the Four Seasons, that's where they traditionally stay for this exercise every year with the U.S. Air Force. The Four Seasons is the top floor of the Mandalay Bay.
Yes.
I just found that to be a little interesting. Maybe your team can kind of...
Our military sources say it was basically an attempt to kill the prince, and it was all a big Civil War deal. And then guests we've had on the talk about that have been picked up by the FBI. So, yeah, it's very, very serious.
I just found that very interesting, that out in the open. But
well,
anyway,
stay there. Don't hang up, Connor. I'm going to come back to you. And I'm going to go to all the calls before Matt Dubiel takes over. Straight ahead, 70 seconds away, 4th hour. And then the War Room with Owen Schroyer. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I don't know what's worse, though, radical Islam or the pedophile networks. I think the pedophiles. I think they're the worst thing. Thousands of years ago, there was a basic form of chivalry. Our ancestors would hear the drums of war, giving the warriors of the tribe a chance to organize and prepare a defense. 60 years ago, when foreign air forces were approaching filled with bombs, they had drums of their own, air raid sirens. But in the 21st century, there are silent weapons for quiet war, pathogens added to the food and water, and to the lining of plastics that destroy our vitality, turn off our hormones, and accelerate our journey towards death. I personally counter this onslaught with Anthroplex. Anthroplex is designed with known organic concentrated herbs to create the basic foundation to normal metabolic activity inside the human body. Discover why Anthroplex is turning so many heads today. It's time for us to take our bodies back into our own hands, and it starts at InfowarsLife.com with Anthroplex.